doesn't, I don't think they're open because I don't have a registered person, but they might have signage. We are temporarily cash only. Sorry for the inconvenience. No credit, debit, or EBT cards accepted until further notice. Wow, until further notice. 6:30 to 10. So they're not quite open yet. That's, you know, it was up last night. Wow, you know. It's unusual. So the guy last night said the internet was down, or whatever the system is that needs to connect to allow transactions to go through. So anyway, cash only for the time being, and very rarely do people carry cash these days. There are people who pay by cash a lot, but it's, you know, curious what the dealio is. Crazy would it be if someone had that much power that they could orchestrate to make sure people went to different stores on purpose, just because they don't feel like pulling out cash, you know, or they don't have it on them, so they run to a different store instead. Like, it could get that bad if you're playing a game. Who knows? Someone suggested they could even manipulate models to make people believe there's going to be like a major biggie nor'easter when there never was going to be one up here. Like, could you manipulate models so much? Like, they already knew it would hit lower. That kind of idea that came up. Could they manipulate them so much that just to see what kind of actions people will take, whether they're high level or low level, if they thought that was going to show up? Like, what were they planning and plotting? Just because people plan and plot all kinds of ideas, scenarios, for all kinds of reasons. So if they thought that there would be a big snowstorm here, what ideas would they come up with? Should Philadelphia have, you know, gotten that? Or are other people just starting to play an age-old game, you know, further south? It's rare for people below the Mason-Dixon line to get the type of snow that we would normally get up here, up north of the Mason-Dixon line. So what's going, you know, just kind of interesting ideas. You know, how does it all unfold? And so forth and so on. Who's being tested? My God, even. Who played a game south of the Mason-Dixon over the past day and a half? Because they knew snow was coming their way, which is very unusual. The weather has been extremely unusual for states, you know, below the Mason-Dixon line, basically. I mean, for Texas to get snow, I mean, that's like once every 15, 20 years, you know? So. Anthropology, the study of human culture. Okay. They spell it with an IE, but anthropology, which is the study of human culture, has like wedding gowns and stuff like that in the basement. Oh, fire alarm over here. Oh, Ritz is open and whatever's next door. Oh. And a ring lamp. Alarm on family rings. So, anyway. big news were open. So there's always like Anthropologie is one of the few like regular stores that sells wedding gowns. It's like a normal clothing store, and yet it sells wedding gowns. And I wondered like if they were actually into the study of human culture, and they would be interested in who's marrying who, whether you're talking rings or people who go outside of their normal zones per se, and what happens, you know, when people do that. So there's an argument either way on sort of like, are people washing people of their DNA both ways, or do they keep their DNA the same? Because what exactly happens, you know what I mean? If you were to eliminate skin color altogether and have just one, that'll never happen, but some people have argued that. So one race, ultimately, if everyone were to intermarry interracially or what have you, that would, that would be eons,